We've been talking about cash flow, and my number one strategy in the marketplace today, where you can get an 8% rental return and an income of $100,000 a year, is a rooming house. Now, it's a concept that's been around forever. It used to be called a boarding house. Now, don't get me wrong in this area. A boarding house was a socio-economic basic housing solution at the turn of the century and right up till after the Second World War. And it provided for people that had issues with obviously rentals and affordability. And it was, you got your food on a board. It was a more simple living situation. And basically people would make money by owning that whole building. The bottom line, rooming houses today are not a boarding house. A rooming house is basically a 5-bedroom house, and the difference is you all have your own living space. So you walk into a house, you've got a foyer, a kitchen, you've got 5 rooms, and each one of those rooms has its own shower, has its own bathroom, has its own dining room, has its own kitchen, has its own bedroom, and usually a courtyard as well. So it gets you the option to get a rental in a really good quality property that's brand new, that includes within your rent the cost of electricity, you don't pay electricity, high-speed internet in good locations. So most people today in capital cities can't afford a unit or a house by themselves. So this provides an option where people can have a nice quality unit, and number one thing is you've got security, the security on the front door, the security on your door. It falls into the regulatory areas for a rooming house, which means it can be managed legally, unlike co-living, which sits a bit in the grey, and if you have any issues with insurances or management, you could have some trouble there and you need to do your own research there. So a rooming house today gives me maximum deductions because I have all those different 5 aircon units. All the different things can be deducted. So I get maximum deductions, I get a much higher rent, I've generally got a better quality asset in a better location, and I'm still getting 8%, which is 100 grand a year. Now you need to work out your own cash flow position of what that would look like after tax and before tax, but I can't find a better strategy today that I would then go and choose. The price point used to be about 800,000, you're now pushing up over $1 million if you go into a capital city, but that will come down if you go into some areas, if you go into the greater level and explore that as well. But a new property, again, the risk with this strategy is you've got to have good builders and good contractors. Plenty of people are basically chasing the yields, and their build, instead of taking 4 months, is taking 12 months, and the holding costs can be substantial. So relationships and having a good team that can manage that for you is absolutely crucial. But that's my number one cash flow strategy in today's market right now.